Now let's look at the numbers for FDA recalls of cultivated mushrooms in 2025. We had 9 recalls for cultivated mushrooms, and oh my, 6 of those were for Enoki mushrooms. That's very concerning. Let's look into that a little bit more in our follow-up story. Enoki mushrooms are subject to Listeria contamination due to their moist growing environment, their tightly packed nature. That's a lot of surface area for bacteria to propagate, and they're also shipped in plastic bags, often long distances. And part of the problem with this mushroom is that people often just lay the Enoki mushrooms in their soup bowl and then pour hot broth over the mushrooms. That's not going to be enough to get rid of the Listeria. You might recall the Dave's Sushi mushroom poisoning event in 2023 in Bozeman, Montana, where 51 people were sickened and 2 people unfortunately died after eating morel mushrooms that just had a hot broth poured over them. Hot broth is not going to be enough to cook a mushroom. Please be careful. Listeria can be dangerous, especially for pregnant people and those who are health compromised. So you do want to check the FDA website if you have any concerns about your mushrooms. There'll be recalls listed there, but I don't want to scare people away from the Enoki mushroom as it is a superfood. There's a famous Nagano, Japan study, an epidemiological study covering 15 years showing that Enoki farmers had reduced cancer rates compared to the surrounding population just by virtue of eating more Enoki mushrooms. There's also a double-blind human study in 2023 showing that Enoki mushrooms could improve and revitalize the skin. There's other studies indicating that Enoki mushrooms might have cognitive benefits, might help regulate blood pressure and lower cholesterol, and might also support your immune system. So here's what you need to do to stay safe. You want to think about cooking mushrooms just like you would cooking chicken. You want to get that internal temperature up to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to kill any Listeria present, and they'll be completely fine after that. You see sometimes people will cut the Enoki bag an inch or 2 down and soak them in vinegar for a while. That's not going to kill all the Listeria. We'll be right back with our closing story right after a word from our sponsor.